It is June 18, 2024, and Adobe actually got sued by the US government for trapping their customers and hiding cancellation fees. Now, this article was posted by the BBC 15 hours ago. The US government has sued software giant Adobe, accusing it of violating consumer protection laws with hidden termination fees and convoluted cancellation process. The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, said the firm had failed to clearly disclose its terms to customers, including the year-long length of a subscription and charges that would be triggered for canceling early. Now, what I've read is that Adobe actually sold year subscriptions what actually looked like month subscriptions, and if the customers would like to cancel the subscription, they would actually had to pay a cancellation fee. Now, back in the early days, you could actually purchase and own a copy of their software. However, around 2012, Adobe actually adopted a subscription-based sales model for its offerings, asking customers to pay a monthly or annual fee. Now, their customers obviously weren't happy with this because from a perpetual license, now they had to go to a subscription model, so you actually rent the software, so you never own it. And next to that, people couldn't really leave because they were so invested in their software, which is obviously the industry standard. So it would be really hard for them to just cancel their subscription, so people would start paying their monthly fees. However, the company's sign-up process is unclear according to the complaint, in some cases failing to disclose that customers are making a commitment to pay for a year and not stating the cost of canceling early, even though the fee can amount to hundreds of dollars, which obviously is a big problem. Now, what I've heard is that for professionals that are actually on a monthly subscription, you can cancel whenever you want without any cancellation fees. But if you were on an annual plan, there were actually these hidden cancellation fees. However, for students, there was only the option to hop on an annual plan, which wasn't clearly stated. So students would get a huge discount for the first year, which we can actually see right here. So if I go to their website, go to students and teachers, you would get like a huge discount, which is $19.99 US a month for the first year. And after that, you would pay, let's say $35 US after that. But these are annual subscriptions. So let's say a student had a Photoshop course or whatever for, let's say, 4 months, and they wanted to cancel their plan afterward. They were actually surprised with these hidden cancellation fees, which could really add up into the hundreds of dollars. Now, if customers actually try to cancel, the company also allegedly takes them through a difficult process, requesting re-entry of their password and navigation past multiple pop-up screens. Adobe trapped the customers into year-long subscriptions through hidden early termination fees and numerous cancellation hurdles. Samuel Levin, director of the FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection, said in a press announcement. They say that Americans, but obviously the rest of the world as well, are tired of companies hiding the ball during subscription sign-up and then putting up roadblocks when they try to cancel. So, in a quick summary, Adobe got actually sued by the US government because they hid cancellation fees and they make it very complex and hard to cancel your subscription, with obviously the goal to discourage users from canceling. Now, as mentioned in my previous video, obviously there is a solution for this, and that is actually using Affinity, which played a clever game by actually discounting their whole suite with 50%. Now, this includes Affinity Designer, which is the equivalent to Illustrator. Then we've got Affinity Photo, which is the equivalent to Photoshop, and Affinity Publisher, which is the equivalent to InDesign. Now, there's this one thing that is holding many photographers back from actually going all into Affinity and completely ditching Adobe, and that is that Affinity doesn't have this perfect Lightroom solution. So as read in the comments of my previous video, no Lightroom and Camera Raw is a deal breaker. Affinity needs an Adobe Lightroom clone. This is a great opportunity for Affinity to release a Lightroom competitor. I would happily switch, but the answer to Lightroom is, so many of you actually want a good RAW editor, which Affinity unfortunately doesn't have. It does have a RAW development, but it's just lacking way behind Lightroom and Photoshop's Camera Raw. So Affinity, this is your opportunity. Go all in on Lightroom and you will absolutely win this game. Now, if you decide to come over to the Affinity side of life, then subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more Affinity Photo. And I'm about to create a free school community. So if it's launched, I'll put it down in the video description, and otherwise I will definitely make sure to let you know. See you soon.